Right, y'all. So my mood kind of picking up a little bit this morning. I got my breakfast. I'm riding along the lake. A good view. Oh yeah, you can see it clean off my windshield a little bit. So yeah, I'm riding along the lake. I'm gonna find me somewhere to park. Well, I know where I want to park. I have a favorite spot of the lake I like to sit in. So I'm gonna go to my favorite spot of the lake that I like to sit in. I'm gonna go sit there, eat my breakfast. It's gonna take me a little minute to get there, but it's cool. My breakfast will still be warm. So my last video that I made a few minutes ago. Turn it back. So my last video that I made a little while ago, it sparked another topic to talk about. You know, I was talking about my new job that I'm currently at right now, and how there's some petty things going on, but for the most part, I have more peace of mind than I did at my previous employer, and that gave me the topic of workplace stress. Workplace stress. What to do with it and how to recognize it. What you gonna do about it? Just talk. Let's just talk about it. We're just gonna talk about it. So I was at my previous employer altogether for 8 years. I was there for 5 years before I left, and I stayed in the same field, but just a more scaled back version of it. I was only gone for 9 months, and at the agency where I worked at, they don't stop your time, meaning you have to be separated for a certain amount of time before you lose your years, right? So I was gone for 9 months. I didn't like the way I was being treated. I didn't like what was going on. I have been trying to hang in there. I have been trying to, just keep my head held high, but my morale was dropping. I was losing a lot of sleep. When I found myself seeing that there was no opportunity for growth, there was no way for me to move around and experience something different. So I left, and I went to where I was at for 9 months, and I hated it there. Like, I was getting treated the same plus worse, and I was like, for all this, I could have stayed where I was at. I went to the oil industry after that, oil and gas industry. I wish I would have stayed in that. Physical labor is tough, especially when you're getting up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, working 12 hours, 14 days, but my body loved it. Actually, I am more of a physical person, I would say, because when my body gets to moving and I'm pushing and pulling and picking up and putting down, it's like a workout for me, and my body responds to it, and my endorphins get to jumping up. We loving it, right? But I let it go for reasons I don't even want to say, because they're just gonna piss me off pretty much, because I'm thinking about what I let go and the amount of money that I let go, because I let go of some good finances by leaving that job, and I wish I had. Anyway, so workplace stress and how it affected me. The place where I worked at, I learned some things that I can carry with me for the rest of my life. Like, the first things first, it taught me to not accept no BS, no kind of way. It taught me to shut disrespect down at the first sight of it, at the first inkling of it. It taught me to kind of, pop my collar a little bit, which I don't like to do that. I don't like to brag. I don't like the showmanship, I feel like my work speaks for itself. You know, I come in, I do what I need to do, and I go home. You know, and I'm going to do the best while I'm there. I'm going to give it all I got while I'm there. And I take what I do seriously. So I would say that out of that experience, that was the positive that I learned from it. And that's why in my last video I was saying, you know, I'm debating on whether or not I want to stay, because I stayed where I was at previously for 8 years, and it just got to the point where it just affected me so bad, like so bad. It got to the point where I didn't really want to go to work. You know, I started calling off a lot. I burned through my sick time. I burned through my vacation time. And it wasn't just me. You know, a lot of the employees there did the same that I was doing as well. This is not normally my favorite spot, but I'm feeling drawn to stop here, so I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna show y'all the view. If you can see it, I normally sit a little closer where you can see the waves. See the sailboats? Love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, so just completely unhappy. Apparently, minding your own business and doing your job at that place of employment was a problem, because you had so many people who were resting on their relationships with other people. You know, resting on their friendships and the nepotism and everything like that. So you doing your job shined a light on the fact that they were not. So you actually became a target if you weren't trying to be in a clique. And I don't do cliques. You know, if we develop a friendship while we're at work, we develop a friendship. If we get tight, we get tight. But there's also an understanding that, you know, I'm not going to do or say anything to put your job in jeopardy or to make it look like you choosing sides or you have favorites. And I expect the same. So that wasn't the way things went there. You know, if you wasn't trying to join the get along game, things were going to be made a problem. So I'm gonna stop this right here because I'm about to eat my breakfast. I don't want y'all to hear me smacking, see me chewing. And I got breakfast burritos. I decided on breakfast burritos, so I know a lot of y'all gonna make some childish comments if you do comment on my video, and I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna pick back up when I get done eating, y'all.